Hello and welcome. Now in this video we're going to be discussing part 1, which is turning your purchases into services. Now when you turn your purchases into services, you might want to think about, well, why would we want to do that? Why would we want to take products we've already purchased and turn them into a service? Why would we want to use them in a different way than they were intended? Well, one of the things that a service does is it primes the internet marketing pump. It warms up your PayPal account. What do we mean by that? We mean that it actually gets things going. It gets activity happening in your business. And if you don't have any activity in your business, starting a service can be one of the easiest ways for you to be able to get contact with customers, to get into the internet marketing circle, to start actually doing business with people that eventually maybe you even want to joint venture with. One of the things that starting a service does is it allows you to see a revenue generating operation from the inside. Typically, if you're going to start a service for a particular product, you are going to have to work with that vendor and you're going to actually see how they were able to generate sales, how they were able to do a launch, how they were able to put together what it is that they want to do. It also will allow you to see how they put together their sales page. So it forces you and it will allow you to do a deep dive into another business so that you can create a service based on that business or that product. It also, and we mentioned this just a minute ago, puts you in touch with present and future partners that will know you. So you'll have to do business with the vendors that obviously have the product, and especially if you want them to endorse you, you are going to start to make contact with people that you are going to want to do business with in the future, people that you are going to promote as an affiliate, or people that you want to promote you when you actually release your own product. Doing a service gets you known in the marketplace. So you will then begin to start developing a brand or something that you are known for, something that you have a specialty in, something that you understand. You will then start to become someone who can actually do a particular thing or a particular set of things. It actually puts you in a position to connect people together. So when you're doing a service, you are going to come in contact with many vendors, you're going to come in contact with many affiliates, and you're going to have access to people in different sides of different parts of the internet marketing world, and you're going to be able to bring those people together when you know about something. So you may know that someone's looking for a designer, or you may know that someone's looking for a partner for a particular kind of product, and because you have these different aspects of what you do in a service, you are going to be able to connect those people together. Now, you may be asking, what kind of services can be created from your purchases? When you think about the hardware and physical purchases that you have for your business, you can actually turn those into services that you can offer to other internet marketers or other entrepreneurs. For example, if you have recording equipment, you can turn that into any number of things, but one particular thing that would be of interest to internet marketers is you can turn that into interview services. You can actually interview their customers. You can interview that entrepreneur so that they can have a profile of themselves. So there are lots of things that you can do if you have recording equipment to offer a service to other entrepreneurs. If you have green screen equipment, you can turn that equipment into a video service that you can offer in your local area, or you can also do videos for other marketers. Now, you'll probably find that some people are offering those services on Fiverr. However, you want to offer a premium service to other internet marketers. When you understand what it is that they are trying to do in their business, you can offer that to them. You have screen share software. You can turn that into creative services. You can do videos for other people who want to create courses. You can do tutorials. You can do customer service videos for people who have websites but they want to train their customers. Lots of opportunities for people who have screen share software that they can use in order to create videos and edit them. If you have audio related purchases, you can turn them into voiceover services, which you can again offer to other internet marketers. You can offer to other entrepreneurs. These are fantastic ways for you to be able to monetize your existing purchases and really get them into generating income for you. If you have software and other internet services, there are a range of things that you can do in order to offer different kinds of services. For example, if you have a webinar system, you can turn that into a webinar service. You can actually do webinars for other people. You can actually host summits for other people. There are lots of things that you can do for people who would rather not do webinars, who don't have the time, or who would rather not operate the webinar but have someone working on it with them. You can start setup services. So if you think about people who use WordPress, you can actually set up their WordPress and get them started. People who have different kinds of themes or things like that, you can actually do those things as a setup service. You can actually offer that setup service to the back end of a PLR course. So someone has a PLR product, but they don't want the hassle of having to put it up online. You can actually go to a vendor and allow them to offer your service to their customers to put their websites up. And again, this is going to be the kind of relationship you want to develop with other marketers, because this is going to bring you customers, and it is actually going to allow you to be in a central position to connect other people. You can put a setup service at the back end of a new method. So if you have a product or service, you can actually offer this setup service as a premium to what it is that you are actually selling in the marketplace. One of the things, if you know how to rewrite or you know how to write sales copy, you can always rewrite other people's PLR or sales copy. One thing that internet marketers hate to do is to actually set up a brand new membership site. If you understand a particular kind of membership site or a particular kind of software, you can actually be one of the people who set up this site. And again, you can be known to the vendor who actually sells that membership site, or you can actually just be known around the industry as the person who understands how to set up certain kind of membership sites, and you can do a premium service. Lots of ways for you to be able to use your ability and your knowledge of a particular software system. Lots of people do not necessarily want to set up their own retargeting. If you know how to set up retargeting, you can actually do that for other people. Lots of people do not necessarily want to set up their own paid advertising on YouTube or Google. If you know how to do those things, these are things that you can actually offer to other marketers as a service. For your software purchases, you can actually offer training. So there's a particular kind of software package that people are buying, but yet it's a little technical. You can actually sell or offer training. Or you can offer setup services for some of those software purchases. So as you can see, there are lots of different ways for you to be able to take your existing products, turn them into services depending on where the market is and what people really desire. If you think about what kind of things people really don't want to do for themselves when it comes to using some of the equipment and the software purchases that you already have, you can easily turn those into services to be offered in the marketplace. And if you're willing to go even further and contact the vendor, that vendor can actually make you known to their customers. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video. Part 5, PLR and Resell Rights Hijacking. But let's think realistically. Selling your PLR inside of the internet marketing community without rights is going to be difficult at best. Now, you will need to have a new market or change the PLR in order to leverage it. So how do you turn the rights product into something that someone will buy? Now, here's what was sold to you if you bought a PLR product. Typically, what you bought was the opportunity to make money online, or you bought the opportunity to learn something new. Now, if you bought the opportunity to learn something new, you're satisfied with the PLR. More than likely, you had a good sense for something that you didn't know before, and now you have your arms around it, which is great. So let's talk about what is PLR, resell rights, or whatever it is that you purchase when you get a PLR package. PLR is, for the most part, teaching leverage. So if you don't know how to teach a subject, you've got to do a workshop, you've got to do a webinar, you want to get a bird's eye view of a subject, you can get PLR, and you can do that fairly quickly if you get high quality PLR. It's product leverage. So if you don't have the ability to create your own product, or you just need a jump start, you need some assets in order to start creating a product, PLR can be a great way of being able to use some of the assets inside to either redo them or to use them as some of your components. PLR is bonus leverage. So if you don't have great bonuses to offer, typically you'll get the rights to offer what you purchased as a bonus to a paid promotion that you were doing. It's a tool leverage. So sometimes you'll get a new tool and you will be able to use that PLR as a tool. Sometimes you get software PLR. You can actually use it in your business, or you can actually give it to someone as a bonus, as is the case with all these things. Is membership leverage. So you have a membership site. You want to give those who are coming to your membership something new and something fantastic. You can add PLR to your membership in order to give them even more value than they're getting by paying their membership fee. PLR is also content leverage. So if you don't have the ability to create content on a regular basis, what you can do is you can actually use the PLR to create great content. It is demo or example leverage. So if you don't have a lot of skill in terms of doing a demo on either software or on something when it comes to maybe a particular social media site or whatever the subject of the PLR is, you can use the PLR videos as demo or example leverage on your site. This is a great way of being able to prove yourself to be an expert. Now, in short, what PLR is raw material. It aids you in how you create online income. So the question is always going to be, when you're using PLR, and if you're going to take the PLR that you have and turn it into profit, you have to figure out first who you're selling to. Who is your market? And then you want to find out what the bridge to their problem is. So in other words, you have PLR, but you want to figure out, how does that PLR approach their problem and what they're seeking to solve or what they're seeking to accomplish. And so you're going to need to adapt your content. So how can you adapt your content to help you to generate leads every day with this market? How can you use your content to help you to make sales every day with this content? And then how can you do this as quickly as the content is released? In other words, how can you turn something on PLR into something that your market is going to want? Now, let's talk a little bit about your market. Now, your market is going to be composed of a couple of different segments. There are people in your market right now who are looking for a solution right now. They're looking for an answer right now. You can meet their need with your PLR if you adapt it to that situation. There are people who are aware there are solutions available, but they're not sure if they want one right now. There are people in your market who are aware they have a problem, right? And so you can adapt your PLR to them. There are people who are unconscious to their problem or solution. So again, this is another area that you can adapt the PLR to. So the question is, how can you reposition what you have to sell to one or all of these categories in your market? You have something fantastic to offer. You may have to add something to it, but you need to be able to meet these 4 sectors wherever they are so that you get the maximum profit from every piece of PLR that you purchase. So what you've got to figure out is what the shortest route is between their problem and your PLR. Whatever that gap is, you can actually adapt the PLR by adding something to it to give it the value that makes someone who's looking for a solution now want it. Someone who is aware there are solutions available, that they want it too. Someone who is aware they have a problem, to make them want it. So you want to think about it in these 4 sectors, and then you want to figure out the shortest route between their actual problem and what your PLR is. So now in the next video, we want to talk about how you're going to attract these 4 sectors into your list. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video.